Okay, y'all. Now I've looked through everything in my fridges and my freezer. I know y'all are going to say, what in the world do you have so much for? Well, I do a lot of preparing for, things that are going to happen. We're on a limited budget, so if I get a really good deal, I will stock up. There are people who will need a meal. Sometimes I feed my son and his wife and her son. I feed my neighbor quite often. So, and like I said in the earlier part, my 9-year-old has ARFID, and so he eats a very specific diet of what we call safe foods. My husband also has health issues that he doesn't eat the same stuff that I do a lot of the time. So not only am I shopping for three people on a limited budget, but I'm shopping for three people with three different diets on that limited budget. So we eat very differently, and when I do my menu planning, I will plan out meals specifically that I know we can eat together. And that's what I'll buy ingredients for. And then I do make a separate list of things that are specific to my kid or specific to my husband. So, all that said, here we go. Basically, I'm old fashioned. You can do this any way you want. I get paper and pencil. Pencil because you can erase it. So, the first thing I do is I go around and I look at everything, right? And I see what I have and I come up with some meal ideas, right? These are just meals based on what I absolutely already have, or I could make it, but I need to buy one or two things. So, um, I've got, I just made lentils in the freezer. I've got those in the freezer. So one night I'm gonna make mojadara, which is crispy onions and rice and lentils, and it's delicious. It's incredibly cheap to make. Doesn't cost you anything hardly. Really good for you. It's a lot of protein, very filling, very, very, very tasty. So I don't need anything for that at all. I need some pasta though, for one particular dish with the meatballs that I have in there. So I've got that stuff on my list. Now, on the back of the dinner list, so I've got my dinner list here. And here, let me tell you, if you can't read those backwards, they're probably coming up backwards. I have chicken and orzo with green beans, doner kebabs with white bean hummus. The white beans are already frozen, ready to go. Swedish meatballs with egg noodles and some sort of veggie. I always keep canned veggies in the pantry. We'll do tuna salad one night, sandwiches, crackers, something like that. One night we'll do biscuits, sausage, and eggs. I've got sausage patties in there. I'm also going to make my own square sausage, which is a ground pork beef mixture. It's a Scottish sausage, and I love it. My family prefers it. So we don't buy sausage patties very often. We'll do chicken cacciatore. That's a really fast meal in the crock pot. You just kind of dump stuff in it, serve it over noodles. You can't beat it. Meatloaf. I know right now beef is really expensive. I know it is. But look, if you make one good meatloaf, you've got meat for sandwiches. And meatloaf is always good leftover. Always. Always good leftover. And you don't have to make a big one. I buy a big thing of hamburger meat. 10 pounds of hamburger meat. I'll buy the big one, and we'll split it. And I'll do 5 pounds, and I'll make 5 pounds of meatballs, and I'll make 5 pounds of hamburgers, and I just flash freeze them and I put them in baggies. I do the same thing. I'll take 10 pounds. I'll use 5 pounds of it, and I'll do like meatloaf mix, and you can even freeze them in the pans, in the loaf pans that you want to bake them in, so that all you gotta do is pull the whole frozen meatloaf out of the freezer and pop it in the oven. You can make mini meatloaves. If you're cooking for 1 or 2 people, make mini meatloaves. You can buy little mini loaf pans, Look for them on Amazon, at Walmart, thrift stores even are going to have them, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna do salmon patties with yellow rice and peas. Have y'all had salmon patties lately? Now listen, I know a can of salmon can kind of be expensive now, because like back in the day it was the cheapest thing in the world. Now it's like $3 or $4 a can. But food banks, food pantries, very good at giving you canned salmon, and that $4 worth of meat, when you add it up, will feed your family on one can of salmon, okay? It's real easy to take the bones out. Next time I make salmon patties, I will include y'all, and I'll make sure you know how to do that, because it's so easy. Don't think salmon out of a can is difficult, and it's delicious. Okay, and then I'm going to make my Aunt Lady's chicken and rice. Go back to the things that you liked as a child, okay? Think about, what was your favorite meal when you went to your grandma's house? What was the thing that you loved the most at so-and-so's potluck? All right, go back to those recipes and give yourself some of that wonderful time back that you had, okay? So on the back of that meal list, then I've got a list of things I need to make for those meals, right? I need to put together meatloaf. I need to put together the square sausage. I need to do the doner kebab meat. I want to make a 3-bean salad to go with something. I also want to make up some waffles and some bagels, and I want to make some homemade noodles and get all those things done in, in the freezer. And then I don't have to worry about those things for a while, right? Now, I use the Walmart app and the Sam's app. And the reason that I use those is because it's where I shop primarily. And it's very easy to add stuff to your list. If you're on the app, it keeps track of how much you've been spending, and it has your whole list right there. So if did I put mayonnaise on the list? You just got to scroll a little bit and you can look and see. It's very easy to use those apps in place of writing out a whole shopping list. And then put it on pickup. Honey, put it on pickup. Don't spend your day walking through a dang Walmart or Sam's Club, especially Sam's Club. There is nobody on this earth, I'm telling you, that can go into a Sam's Club and spend their budget. They're going to spend more every time. I tell you what. But here's the problem, is that my husband and I get benefits, that probably many of you get a benefit for groceries, bless you, on your insurance card. And when you do, the cards are only spendable at certain locations. Well, Walmart, Sam's, those are usable there, but you can't add 2 cards. So if you're a couple, you can't add both cards to one account. So what we usually do is I'll make up one full pickup, and then I'll make a list and have my husband run in. Now see, here's his Sam's list. So I've already spent up my one side on Sam's that I need to spend up. So he's going to go in there with the other card to spend up some more. So I'm going to send him to the easy stuff. So this is just produce. So he's going to go get all my produce. That way I know that I'm getting good produce, because he'll look and pay attention. Honey, have you ever gotten tomatoes from Walmart and you went and brought them in the bag and brought them in the house and went to put them away and there was tomato juice in there? I don't have that problem, okay? So I always make sure I'm getting the best produce. I don't want to throw anything out. And then he's going to run and grab 3 things that he knows right where they are: toilet paper, peanut butter, and chocolate milk mix. And that's it. He's got to run into Sam's one time. They're going to bring out everything else to him. He's going to drive over to Walmart. They're going to bring everything else out to him there. Now, I recommend that you put together your meal list. Sit down, go through your pantry. Okay? Go through your freezer. Have you thrown out the stuff that you can't recognize? You need to have a good freezer clean out. Clean out your fridge. Throw out your old sauces. things that are so expired, or a science experiment in the back of your refrigerator. We won't tell. But throw that out and start fresh if you need to. All right? Listen, everything can be cut in half. Everything can be shrunk down for 1 or 2. And we can make everything much bigger for 5 or 10 or 15 or 100. So we're going to have a lot of fun, because I can cook sometimes for just me. And there's sometimes I get a whole crowd of people over here who are hungry, honey. So I want y'all to start by going through your freezers, your refrigerators. Clean out the old. Get yourself a list. What do you have? Come up with some meals and write them down. Use your paper. Make a list of the meals you're willing to eat. And here's a tip. Don't write that meal down on a calendar, because come Tuesday, it's going to say something on there and you're going to think, that sounds awful. I don't want to do that. Come Thursday, you're going to look at that and you're going, I don't have time. I forgot little Bobby's got a baseball game. Okay? Just make the meal list. All right? Everybody's got a microwave. Throw your meat in the microwave if you have to. The world's not going to come to an end if you have to put your meat in the microwave for a few minutes to thaw it because you just couldn't come up with what to do. All right? Throw something in the crock pot for the day, honey. Okay? And listen, freeze your leftovers. So if you got extras, put them in the freezer. Put them in a little baggie. Put them in, buy yourself some little freezer meal containers. Freeze them. And then you've got lunch all week long. All right? You can do this. Start with the list. Make your list. I want to see your list. What's on your list? I want to see who can come up with the most meals out of their pantry without going to the store. Let's see. I've got on my list right now 3, 4, 6, 8, 11 meals. I have 11, just with what was in my pantry. Just being creative, thinking through. And that's not counting what these will be in leftovers. I'm going to have lunches too and extra dinners. This is just a meal I can cook with what's in my house. So let's see how many meals you can come up with without spending any money at all. Do it for a week. Do it for a month. See what you can come up with. I can't wait. I know you can do this. You got this. Today is just step 1. Have a good one. I love y'all. Love, peace, and bacon grease.